yeah.
There we go. I personally thought that song that he did up against the Wylie Redneck Mother, that one that you and Jerry Jeff, one of the videos on YouTube, you explaining how that happened in the beer joint.
Oh yeah.
You walked in and told him.
That's a close.
Told the guy like you walked in like you owned the place.
Well, then won't you tell it? I wasn't going to say that.
He just got to do it. What did you call that bartender back there?
Man, I don't remember that.
It's been long.
Well, it's, you know.
I look at all this stuff.
There's about 4 or 5 different stories about it, you know.
I'll tell you what, why don't we let you tell the story you want to tell in the way you want to tell it. You're the man who wrote it. But if you'd step back, maybe sit down so we can get the light on your face, sir.
Ah, jeez, all right.
I'd like that, if you don't mind.
Yeah, laugh while you can, Kyle. I was up in Red River, New Mexico, and this was a long time ago, and we used to have these hootenannies up there, and guys like B.W. Stevenson and Michael Murphy and Bob Livingston would all get together in Red River at the time. Yes, you know, America was kind of split. You know, they had the Vietnam War going on and fighting side of me and Okie from Muskogee and hippies and protests and all that stuff. And so in Red River, New Mexico, there were 2 bars. One of them was the D Bar, and or as we used to call it, the Hardcore Series Cowboy, you know, Redneck Bar. And that was in parentheses under the name of it. And then they had the other Safe Musician Bar, and it was my turn to go get the beer, so I didn't want to go all the way down to the other place. So I was the first little long-haired cosmic cowboy hippie musician to walk into the Hardcore Series Cowboy Hillbilly Redneck Bar, and I went in there with about 4 of these old boys and 1 old woman. It was just like that scene in the movie. I walked in and a song on the jukebox stopped. And everybody just turned around and looked at me, and I knew I was in a precarious situation, so I just walked up to the bartender and said, "I'd like a case of beer." And then I'd like to say a fight broke out, but I didn't hold up my end of the bargain. And then something else happened. I don't remember it. I went outside and got the beer, and walking out in his pickup truck with Oklahoma tags and a gun rack and a coat roper's need 2 bumper stickers. I get back to the hootenanny and I said, I almost got in a fight, and I think B.W. Stevenson said, "Well, did you get the beer?" I said, "Yeah, I got the beer." And he said, "Well, sit down and sing a song. It's your turn." So I sat down and sang the first verse and the chorus and then made up the rest. And then Bob Livingston, who was there that night only, left the next day, went to L.A., started playing bass with Michael Murphy. Then he moved to Austin and started playing with bass with Jerry Jeff, and then one night at the Broken Spoke Saloon, Jerry was playing and he broke a string, you know. They didn't have roadies back in those days. I mean, Jerry Jeff had someone that rolled the dope, but he didn't know how to change strings. So he said, "Bob, won't you sing a song?" So Bob has this photographic memory, so he sang Up Against the Wall, Redneck Mother. And as Jerry tells it, people, you know, stopped fighting and started dancing and singing along, pouring beer on their own heads. And Jerry said, "There's something to this song." He said, "I think I'll learn it." So they went down to Lukenbach to record it. They called me up and they said, "We need, we're going to do Redneck Mother." And I said, "You got to be kidding." They said, "We need a second verse." And I said, so I just looked and saw what I was drinking and made it up right there, and then they cut it. And then I think that's Bob Livingston on the record going, "This song is by Wylie Hubbard." And
it sure is.
And Jerry's record label wanted him to take that off there because they said if people play it, they'll think that's him doing that song. And Jerry said, "Nah, leave it on there." So I got a middle name. I'd been Ray Hubbard up till then, and then after the record came out, Wylie Hubbard, and it's just been a slow rise up.
Well, let me ask you one final question, because I know you're busy, but would it be fair to characterize your performance as a songwriter under duress and live conditions as combat conditions? That Redneck Mother was written pretty much under combat conditions.
Oh, Yeah, you could say that. You can say whatever you want to.
I appreciate it.
Oh boy, you can say whatever the hell you want
I
to.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
We really do appreciate your
Oh, I'm
time.
looking forward to it.
Mr. Hubbard, we're mighty honored you came to our town.
Oh, it should be fun. Let's see which guitar I got.
There's one over here.
I think I'll leave that.